My name is Will Conley. I was born here in Fort Myers, Florida. Started working, and the one thing that always stuck with me, the one thing that always resonated is my mother and father instilled this really nice work ethic in me from a very early age. So I started working and was doing very well. Wound up going to the university that I had always dreamt about going to. I always wanted to be a chef, and Johnson & Wales University was the place that I felt I could really excel in becoming a chef. So I ended up going to school there and graduated in 2008. I started to experiment with marijuana and with alcohol. I was far less awkward, at least in my own mind, because of it. And this is where my story, I would say, sort of begins. I started using pharmaceutical medications, and that's when I started to notice that there was a real addiction. And so I started buying drugs on the street, started experimenting with heroin, and it got to a point where I became lost. That was my bottom, which I will never forget. It stays with me even to this day. So the idea of being homeless was something that was alien to me. I had no idea of what it meant to be without a home. That moment of having nothing but the clothes on your back is a very humbling experience. I know that I am an alcoholic. I know that I am a drug addict, and I know that if I don't do something about it, that I'm gonna be dead. I come to a crossroads, if you will, of two streets, and I look up and here's this big red shield. I realized at that moment that I wanted something different for myself. And it was that day, it was about a month into my program, that I went back to my dorm and I asked Jesus Christ to be my Lord and Savior. I surrendered my life to the Lord. And when I did, I look back and now everything has changed. A shield that I see here on a daily basis at the Salvation Army. It was what I first saw when I came here. It was the very first thing that I was able to recognize because I didn't know the Salvation Army, but I've seen that shield growing up. I've seen those people ringing bells growing up. And the Salvation Army is a shield. And today, because of the love that Christ has for me and the healing power and transformation that He can do in a man, now I have the opportunity to be a shield for somebody else. Today I'm a chef, and I'm happy, but that's just my trade. Today I am a soldier for Christ, and that's my heart.